Okay. So we've identified that we get one solution, no solution, or infinitely many solutions, right? And we've kind of shown you how you can see without actually having to solve when you're going to have one solution. When you're going to have infinitely many solutions or no solutions. But in a situation like an exam or something, it's probably unlikely that you're going to that you'll slow down enough to look at the problem closely to determine if there's infinitely many or no solution. So let's talk about what would have happened if we had tried to solve one of those situations using substitution or elimination. Okay? So let's say that we had tried to solve this. So let's say we had tried using substitution. And let's say we tried to isolate the y from equation A. And then we divide by the -1. So there's my value for y. And I'll substitute it back into equation B. And then we'll just distribute the 2. And I notice 6x and -6x combine to cancel each other out. And I'm left with -20 is equal to 10. That's a false statement, right? -20 is not equal to 10. So that just tells me that there's no solution. Okay? Of solving, if you're left with like 5 equals 2, or 0 equals -5, or whatever, whether you're doing substitution or elimination, what that tells you is that there's no solution. Stefan?
So are you not isolating y on the second equation after equating what you have the first one?
So to do substitution, you're going to...
It's a separate thing.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you could have isolated the y from the second equation, then plugged it back into the first. That would be fine, but
I'm saying like you're not doing twice at the same time.
you don't need to do that. You could if you wanted to, but you don't need to. This situation. So let's do this one using elimination this time. And let's try eliminating the x's. So to do that, I'm going to turn the x coefficient into 6 and -6. So I'm going to do 3 times equation A and -2 times equation B. 54, and then -6x minus 20. And we're left with 0 is equal to 0. This is a true statement. If we're left with something like 0 equals 0, or 10 equals 10, or 7 equals 7, that tells us there's infinitely many solutions.
If you
Yes. Any true statement, so one number is equal to itself, is infinitely many. So if all the variables cancel out, you know that you're in a situation where either it's no solution if you're left with a false statement, or infinitely many solutions if you're left with a true statement. Okay? All right, that's it for today. For your homework check on Sunday, I have 2 homework assignments that I've put on PowerSchool, Chapter 3 Homework 1 and Chapter 3 Homework 3. So homework 1 is about graphing, so it's going to ask you for some examples, ask you to look at a graph that I've already drawn for you and tell me what the solution is, to graph one by yourself and find the solution, and then 4 where, stop talking please, and then 4 where you're going to use your calculator to find the solution. These ones you don't have to do anything more than write down what the answer is because you're doing all the work with your calculator. On homework 3, I have 4 problems that I ask you to do with substitution, and then 4 that I ask you to do with elimination. I need to see work on those, so make sure you're showing your work. If you need more space, you can write, on the side or whatever. Okay? That's it.